Hello and welcome. My name is Sharon and this is Trio.of.Witches Tarot. And I am fresh back from a long day at a scent work trial where my precious dog made, she's just a novice, but she made third place in the vehicle scent work. And it's snowing and I'm cold and I'm wet and I'm tired, but I have another unboxing. I think this is Odin's Playbook. So let's open it up and find out. So it came from Canada. And I was kind of hemming and hawing on this one. Wasn't sure about it. I just keep seeing pictures and I'm just like, yes, I really like that deck. Oh my heck. So we have the star. This looks like an altar card. And then a card with Odin's rules, which is very cool. And then a card about Odin himself. And then a card about the Ascension Tarot, Odin's Playbook, and new decks coming, which looks like, I don't know, is it more than one? It's Alien. I don't know if these are the same deck. I'm not so into aliens. This one looked really beautiful, but felt a little too close to Trio of the Cosmic Seed, that I didn't feel like needed this one too. And it's from Daniel. And it says, thank you for your order. Very nice. Okay. So there's that. And then we have this. So this looks like Danny L. So not Daniel, Danny L. it looks like. Danny L. Norman. There's the info. Okay. This is Odin's Playbook. And another reason I think I was kind of hesitating on this one is that I've been exploring my own heritage and roots, and they are in Ireland and Northern Europe, not in Nordic history. But this one is just too cool to pass up. And I did love Vikings. Such a good show. If you haven't seen Vikings, you got to see Vikings. It's amazing. Oh, this is tough. Tough, and I'm cold. I'm not dried off yet from my adventures. Okay. So it's a nice box, and that slid out of there really nicely. It has the thumb holes. Get some of the cards on the back. Yeah, that's nice. And they are edged in a nice, really pretty matte blue. We have a nice guidebook. It's just a little white book, but sometimes that's all you need. Yeah, if you don't spend a lot of, space and money on full color images, which you don't always need, right? I mean, you have the card in front of you. And these are the backs. Very nice. Oh, and this is nice cardstock. This is what I like to see in it. So we have... No, it looks the same, but it's nice to have it on the bigger card here. So do we have more than... Okay, then there's Odin. Okay. Okay, so let's have a closer look at all of this. So we have, I don't know how many runes. I don't know how many runes there are, or if different systems of runes have different numbers of runes. So there's that many. And then in the guidebook, so I'm just opening it. So the two, looks like each of the minors has a rune. Let's have a look at this. So this one is Burkana. Who knows if I'm pronouncing that correctly? And it is healing, fertility, and beginnings. So that makes sense for that one. So let's find, so the world, yeah, I'm not going to pronounce that properly, so we're just not going to try. I need some sort of a, what are we down here? So for the world, we have wealth, abundance, money, cattle, and gain. I think so. Some of the letters are more like sigils, which is awesome. I want to make my own sigil. That's one of my multitude of projects I have in my head that I want to do. So there is that, which is cool. It seems as if every card has a rune. So let's look at the cards. So there's the Fool. And there's his rune. And we've got all the things. Instead of a rose, it looks like he has a poppy maybe? Okay. Then we've got a Viking ship down here, which is cool. And no dog. But we've got a raven up there. A magician, and there's his. So they seem to be, is that in frame? Yes, okay, we'll do that. So they seem to be going in order, at least so far, for the runes. And then he has down here the lemniscate, it's a snake in the shape of a lemniscate, and then a horn for the cup, and an axe I think is the swords. And then he has a stave there and a ring there, but he's also holding a wand. And he's doing his as above, so below thing, and then there's a raven there as well. Oh, what am I doing? And then Cirrus for the High Priestess, and there is hers, and yes, so it is in order still. And is that a third eye on her hand? Let's have a look. It is. So, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't think I've ever researched the significance of having an eye on your hand, but it's always fascinating to me. And then the mother instead of the empress. And where's her room? There it is in the tree. Then the father instead of the emperor, and there's his rune. He's a spear and an axe. The elder instead of the hierophant, and he's just got the one key instead of two. There's his rune. And then this lover's card kind of fascinates me. There's their rune. The chariot is a Viking ship. You got the rune there. And let's see. Well, it's three. Actually, it's three Viking ships, isn't it? The Fool had one with a red sail. So that's cool. And forevermore, the card in the connected and free that is a Viking ship will be connected to this deck now. And then strength, there's the rune. It's a cool strength card. Hermit. He has 2 runes? He does have 2 runes. So he has Isa, which is ice, frozen, balance, frustrations, and Kinaz, which is torch, knowledge, burning, energy. Okay. And then the wheel. There it is. Oh, I just noticed that inside of this, it's actually Earth, the world, the Earth, isn't it? Is it? No, maybe it isn't. What is that? From the distance, it looks like the Earth. From close up, it's maybe a waterfall back inside of there. Like this path goes to it. Okay, anyway. Justice. This is a different kind of justice, right? Just like this guy's on trial. And the Hanged Man. There's a rune. Are these? Looks like there's all the runes in the water. Or a majority of them. I love that they have the auroras in a lot of these cards. Death. It's interesting. 2 different snakes. I wonder what the meaning is there. This one's the same one that was on the Magician card. I don't know if that other snake is from somewhere else. It's the Magician's snake. I'd have to look and see if this snake is from another card. And then Temperance. So pretty. I like that it's a guy instead of a female. And the Devil. And there's a rune for the Devil. And then in her hand, she's got the 2 people. It's interesting. Is this like some kind of tattoo? Is it a labyrinth? Is it some sort of Norse mythology that I'm missing out on? And the tower is like, is it their house of grain or something? Looks like it. It's on fire there. There's the room there. The star. Love this star card. It's on the back of the book too. So pretty. There's a room there. And then the moon, also so pretty. Looks very cold. There it is. That one is Alges. To figure out how to pronounce these. And then the sun. So there's sunflower and the sun, and there's the sigil. The rune. And a male, masculine figure. And judgment. There's the rune there. I think that it's a horn. This kind of looks kind of the same guy that's in the Hanged Man. Where's he? Could be. Definitely hairy enough. The men in this, when they are showing skin, they are very hairy. I do not mind a hairy man. Just saying. And then the world. Got all the seasons there. That's cool. And then it has 2 runes. Transformation and balance and abundance. That's cool. And then Odin, the Allfather, and he does not have a rune. Looks like he has kind of the same markings that the devil had, hasn't it? And then the ace, and there's the rune. And the 2, there's rune. It's got the world there. And the 3, and there's those Viking ships again. There's the rune again. And they aren't going in any particular order anymore, so I assume they are just whatever applies. It is there. 5, and there's the rune. And the 6. He's very happy. There's his rune there. And the 7. I love these pink, salmon, yellow, orange skies. There's his rune. 8. Pretty standard. It's kind of cool that they have like shooting stars or something, and then these birds. It's still pretty standard. I do not see a rune on this one. And then the 9. And I'm not seeing the rune here either. It's a pretty standard card. And the 10. No rune. And the poet instead of the page. These feel more collage. I wonder if all of the quirk cards are more collage. It's like a totally different style. I wonder what the reason for that choice was. And she has a rune. I swear this page does not. And the chieftain instead of queen. And I don't see a rune on her. And then the ruler instead of the king. And he has a rune right there. Little toy Viking ship. And then we have the cups, so the horns instead of cups. I don't see a rune on here. I was looking for the rune, but I don't see it. And then the 2. Love those skies. And there's the rune there. Pretty standard. Pretty cloney. It's fine. I like it. And then there's the rune there. I'm just trying to figure out, is that like the back of this one girl's head? Yeah, like we can't see, as far as I can tell, we can't see her face at all. And then the 4. And I don't see a rune on there. And the 5. So there's 2 horns here. And there's 1, 2, 3 horns there. Kind of easy to miss. The same color as the rocks. And then the 6. The rune there in the corner. It's kind of cool. It's interesting how they're floating. Do we see 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does this doorknob count as one? 7. Don't see a rune right off the bat. So 7 horns. So I see 6 on the table. Where's, oh, there it is. It's here. It kind of blends in with the girl's dress. Ah, dang it. Right there. Might have made that a different color just so it stood out a little better. And then the 8. Look at the glow on that moon. It's beautiful. And there's the rune there. And the 9. There's our rune there. And then the 10. Pretty standard with the rainbow. There's the rune. And the poet instead of the page. So again, okay, well, today my neighbor decided And instead of mowing his lawn, today would be a great day for checking all his gas-powered equipment. So I apologize for the noise. So that's a very cool piece of swords. An axe. I like it. It's interesting, it has something growing on it, almost like a wand does. Oh. Cool. Okay, so I was just reading, so in some of the cards, there's the Fool, and just happens to be on this card that there is the Fool. And there's the rune. You may have to do a quick flip through and look for the Fool in every card. There's the rune. That is a particularly graphic 3 of swords. The 4, look at the way the sunlight shines through the tree. No rune that I can see. Okay. This looks like the guy from the 6 of Wands. And there's the rune there. And there's the rune there in the 6. Look how cool that is. Like you can actually see on the sun, like all the energy. It's really well done. 7. There's the rune there. And the 8. Huh. In a boat. He's kind of screwed if they shove him out to water. There's his rune. And then the 9. There's his rune. The 10. And then the page. And the shield maiden. Yeah, so they all do have this little wooden horse that's cute. And then there's the rune. And then the chieftain or the queen don't see a rune. The ruler or the king. There's a rune. And the ace of rings instead of pentacles, which is cool. And then we have the rune there. I like how the roots are growing out of it. It's very, makes it very earthy. And then the 2. It's a cool take on that, isn't it? Don't see any rune there. And the 3, they're working on a new ship together. There's the rune. And the 4, there's the rune. And the 5, there it is. And the 6. It's funny that you don't see the people. There's the rune down there. And then the 7. No rune. It's very flowery. And the 8. There's the rune there. And the 9. There's the rune. And the 10. 2 runes. Poet or the page. The shield maiden or the knight. There's the rune. Oh, different kind of horse. The chieftain or the queen. There's the rune. Little bunny. And the ruler or the king. And there's the rune. So now let's see how many we can find that have Fool in the background somewhere. Kind of like Where's Waldo? Yeah, and this is the same guy as in there he is. That's the same guy. One. Okay, so I found 3 cards that have the Fool in the background. Okay, so that's the walkthrough of the Odin's Playbook. And I will be doing a deck pairing, I think, in a separate video. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Remember to like and subscribe and click on the bell if you want to know when I have new videos. Take care of yourself and stay tuned for the giveaway video if this is still the year 2022. And this is the giveaway video for November through December of 2022. And I'm not giving all of this away at once. Don't get excited. This is a pick your deck giveaway. In the future, all of these will still be given away unless... Okay, so the first deck is the Margaret Peterson, and this is the, well, it was the gray bordered version. I trimmed it, and I am giving it away but just because I have two versions. I got the burgundy colored, the 25th anniversary one. So it has the booklet, and they are trimmed, and I kind of edged them multicolor. And you can look at other walkthroughs of this deck. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. But that is what you would be getting if you chose the Margaret Peterson and you won. And the next deck is the Enchanted Tarot. This is the mini edition. Wasn't sure if I was really going to want this deck or not, so I saw that there was a mini copy. I got it, and it just, it's not for me. And it comes with a little guidebook. So that's that, and you can see, do I have any cards nearby? I don't. Anyway, it's a mini, and if you want to see a full walkthrough of this deck to decide if this is what you're interested in, they are available all over the tarot tubes. So that would be the mini edition of the Enchanted Tarot. And the next one is a deck in a tin. It's the Wonderland Tarot. So it's, again, it's a mini deck. And I'm a huge fan of Alice in Wonderland. And as I was searching for Alice in Wonderland decks before I was aware of Baba Studios or Dame Darcy, I got this, and I just don't need multiple ones, and I just don't use minis that much. A couple mini decks I use, but I don't. So it has a little booklet, and they are kind of like playing cards. They have the number and the suit on them, but it is a full tarot. And I'm sure there are plenty of walkthroughs on this deck as well. So we won't spend a ton of time on that. And so, yeah, this just isn't my aesthetic. As much as I love Alice in Wonderland, this deck is not my aesthetic. And the next one is the Dreaming Way. I had gone back and forth on this one a lot, and didn't think it was going to be my aesthetic, and then I kept seeing pictures of it on Instagram and such, and they all look so pretty, and I thought, well, maybe I'll give it a go. And it has its own little, it's a US Games deck, and a little bit thinner than, I think Tour of the Abyss is also US Games, a little thicker. And I was right the first time. This isn't for me. Maybe this is for you. And once again, plenty of walkthroughs on the interwebs. So that will be the Dreaming Way. The last tarot before we get to the oracles is one that I got. I was very impulsive buy, and it is a Spanish deck. And it's very handmade in the vein of the way Carol Herzer makes her laminated, only it's much thinner. And you probably won't see any walkthroughs of this deck. It's Tarot Arte de Luna Rivas. So I'm going to give you a quick, I'm not going to look at all the cards. It's, maybe this is for you. It is not for me. Far be it from me to say what other people will like. I'm often wrong. So that is that. It's a little bit of inconsistency in the lamination, I think, and the shades on the backs of the cards. Okay, so we have an oracle. It's a beautiful oracle, just more woo than I am. If I'm going to be 100% audio, I'm going to be 100% honest. They are big cards. It has a guidebook without pictures, and it's very pretty. It's reminds me a little bit of Margaret Peterson in that the art style feels a little, I don't know if inconsistent is the right word. Like maybe it's evolved throughout, or exploring different styles, or what I mean. Some of the cards I love a lot, and some of them I'm just like, they don't work for me. So that is, I'm sure there's walkthroughs of this all over also. So that is the Spiral Oracle. And the last oracle is the Magical Menagerie. It has a nice big guidebook. It is, there's some spreads in it. It's cool. I have a lot of oracles, more oracles than I use. I don't know that I've ever even seen a video on this one. I think I found it on Amazon. And so it has keywords on it. So it has the name, and then some keywords and some elements. Actually, not keywords. Just what elements it associates with, I guess. Honestly, I've never used this. And I have I have so many animal decks. And this has some magical, mythical creatures in it as well. It's a nice little deck. It's just, I have so many. I just can't possibly, I can't possibly use them all in any realistic amount of time. So that is the Magical Menagerie Oracle. So, how do you enter? Well, you just comment on a video that you watch between November and December. I think this will probably close around December 15th of 2022. And comment in it, Yule2022 and the name of the deck that you are interested in winning. So those rules seem pretty easy. If they're not, comment. Okay, well, thank you and good luck.